I'll accept here, so. Oops,
What happened?
you went away. Let's see. I just
The
need to
screen
say,
closed?
got it, so, okay.
How do you like your new palette?
I do like it a lot.
Oh, good.
I mean, I didn't use it that much, but I do like it. I'm thinking I gotta do with a different brush so it can be circular.
Well, if you just tilt the brush on an angle, the drips will fall. The drips will.
Ah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you can't hold the brush straight across. You got to kind of tilt it at an angle. Oh, I should have fed them.
It's still won't drip.
To add more wax medium. You gotta like trick it into dripping. You gotta trick it to drip.
Check it to drip.
Kinda, yeah. Is it doing it?
Still not. I have to shake it.
Yeah, add more wax. You can add more.
You know, maybe I should put it in a small container.
Yeah, that if you have a little tin.
Yeah, that way. Because it spreads around this way. Yes, now it's doing it.
Yeah, you kind of gotta like shake the brush a little bit.
Yeah. Ooh. I did not do a good job at all.
Well, don't worry about it though, because you can literally pick and choose which ones you want to keep and which ones you want to scrape away, right?
Yeah.
So I would just add as many as you can and then make that decision afterwards, right?
After, yeah, okay.
Sometimes when you're working on trying to get something done.
I think it has to be really close to the canvas, so I can get all the juice.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, you could even like if you had, you know what I love? I love these little like saucepans with handles, and then I can pick the pan up off the hot plate.
But doesn't it dry up immediately?
No. If it's been, you can, no, I'll take a picture. Like a little saucepan, like, you know, for
Yes,
melting
yes,
butter
I
or
have
something like
them.
that.
I'll show you what I have so far.
Yeah, and if you have a handle, on the saucepan, then you can just pick it up. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I think it's nice. Now look, so there's a couple things.
Gotta go all the way down, probably.
Yeah, just leave them, or you know, you're probably gonna need to fuse them. So just go ahead and fuse them.
Okay.
Remember the pattern, right? So paint, fuse, scrape, paint, fuse, scrape, right?
Right. Okay.
So you can fuse them, you can leave them on there, and then basically what we can do is that you can use your pigment sticks to go over them, and where you want them to blend, you can paint them the same color as the background, but maybe you want them to pop, right? Or maybe you want them like kind of in the middle. So there's like, did you decide what color you think should be in that upper left corner?
Well, I was thinking the white, but
I wouldn't make it bright white because you have so much white at the bottom. So what
okay.
about like a very,
Greenish.
how about like a very, very light green? Or
Uh-huh.
I feel like though, if it's green, you're gonna lose the drama of, I kind of like just that stripe being green. I feel like if you make that whole corner green, you're gonna
Lose that.
yeah, you're just gonna lose that impact of that stripe. So
How about brown?
maybe a lighter color brown, or
Uh-huh.
a brown, a like light brown yellow, or
Okay.
what about like not a color that's in the flowers. So can't be any color that's in the flowers except for maybe a yellow.
Right. We want to separate it. So would I do that with wax or
No, pigment sticks.
pigment sticks? Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then do you think these drops should continue going down?
No, I think you have enough. I think you have enough of those.
Okay. Okay, so I'll get,
I mean, look at different colors of pigment sticks. I mean, you could maybe even go like a purple.
interesting. So I'm using some brown
Okay.
and some beige, maybe? I don't know that I have purple, but.
You can make a nice purple.
Pardon me?
You can make a nice purple.
Adding blue and pink?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, but, oh yeah, go ahead.
Good.
That's good.
Okay. Like you said, I don't want it to go towards the pink.
No, we want to stay away from the pink. So maybe bluey brown or blue brown, I don't know, or
Yeah, that's what I'm mixing.
like blue and yellow.
Blue, pink, and brown.
Well, let's see what it looks like.
Um,
That's pretty, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like kind of like a mauve, it reminds me of like a mauve.
It's sort of like a gray almost,
Mhm.
but my hands are dirty with other colors. Okay. So.
Yeah, and if it's easier for you, once you make a color, you can pick it up with a paintbrush.
Pick this. I think it's easier with my finger, even
Okay.
though today I'm a little more shaky.
Aw, okay.
So I wiped a little bit, it's sort of dragging it, but which I think may not be a bad
Well, I
thing.
don't mind that. I kind of like that. I love that color. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice. I definitely think you were right to do something in that corner.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it definitely needed something.
But I feel like the bottom is all these perfect circles and the top is not.
Oh yeah, but that's good. You don't want them all to be identical. Like that's too. I don't think it would look good if they were all. You know what I mean?
Same, okay.
If they're all the same, I think that's too like repetitive.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you to make them all the same.
Okay. Should I do more or you think this is good?
Let me see. Hang on. Let me see. Hold it up again.
More.
Yeah, then maybe use that. Yeah, I love it. And then maybe put that color somewhere else. So maybe they go in a couple, maybe, yeah, right in there. Yeah, along the outside edge.
Just swipe it a little bit.
What?
Oh, I see. That looks good.
Yeah. I think if you
Like
use,
that.
yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And maybe a little bit over to the right too.
Okay. This is turning out so interesting.
Well, right, because you've kind of pushed past you know, just the basics. Right?
Yeah,
And you're adding more, you're getting more daring.
yeah, and I think the end oil kind of really completes things. So I have this.
Let me say. That looks great. Oh yeah, I
Is
like
it
the-
too much
yeah.
here?
Maybe take a little bit off. You know what? Just poke a couple of those white take it off a couple of the circles so they just poke through.
These?
Just yeah, right there, the white ones. Just wipe it off a little bit so you see a little bit of the white coming through. Because then you just push just so you get like a little bit more translucency there.
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, I think I did. Oh, I did the wrong side. Okay.
Or you can always add a little bit of white paint right on top of the white part too.
Mhm. I think it's pretty good. I guess another question might be, should I do any oil here or leave it alone?
Well, you said you weren't loving the surface. I mean, you can, there's kind of like a greenish wax on top of the pink flowers.
This one is like a yellow.
I mean, I kind of like it, but it's really up to you. I mean, I feel like the flowers are more obvious now because there's other things going
Yes.
on. So they're not just like,
Should I remove this yellow?
no, if anything, you could add like some red to it or rosy color, like floral colors onto it.
Okay.
That'll just make it like pop forward, right?
Makes it a what?
It'll just make it pop.
Uh-huh. Okay. So a little red, you said. With red, I guess I should add brown to pink. I don't know.
For what? For red?
Yeah. I don't
You not
know.
really have it? You don't really have
Oh,
a,
no, I have red.
you don't have a red?
Red, yes.
Use a pink, use,
I found red. It's okay. Oh, so I should add some the medium, right? The
oh, the extender?
yes. And,
Well, not if you want it to be strong.
okay, so I want
If you want it to be strong, you don't need the extender. If you want it to be softer.
yeah. I'll show you. Tell me what you think. Here it is.
What's that?
Is that too strong?
Yeah, okay, so now I think it's just two all one color. I love the color. You need another color. You need like, so you need to define the flowers with highlights and shadows. So you could use like a little bit of light pink.
Okay. And dark and brown or just?
Yeah, you can use brown or purple as your dark color and use a lighter color like a light pink or something to highlight the flower
Okay.
petals. Kind of like to get their shape happening. So dark around the outside of the shape.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna ask you. Okay, so dark around the edges, right? And then pink on it. Is that better?
Yeah,
Still
still a
a
little bit,
lot?
still looks like undefined, the shape of the petals.
Uh-huh.
You know, when you're painting flowers, you got to be kind of like light in your loafers,
Okay.
right? You got to be kind of like gestural, like soft, right?
Yeah,
Can't be too heavy.
I think I went really strong, so. Which makes it a different world than the other flower. Is that any better?
Yeah, much better. Yeah, it's better. You know, sometimes too. It's much better. I mean, now, honestly, like if you wanted to add a little bit more definition to one of the flower petals, yeah, maybe that top one and the one that you were just pointing to, and then make it like the bottom. You know what it kind of looks like? It looks like the bottom flower is just kind of like melting,
Exact, uh-huh.
right? I kind of like that the flower is like dripping into those dots, right?
It becomes about this big flower then.
Well, that becomes like the primary focus, right? And then the other one is kind of like just fading out.
Should I add some yellow in that primary flower to come from the center out?
Yeah, and you can put a little bit of yellow on the petals to just kind of make it look
Okay.
just a little bit, not too much. How's the yellow?
Yeah, so the other flower, I forgot what we decided to do.
The pink one, we were gonna add a little bit more definite. Oh yeah, like that. I wouldn't do too much more to it.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
that looks
this,
good. That flower at the top looks good.
Yeah, it's a whole other world that I like, I think.
No, it's good. I think you like that, the richness of that.
I do. How do you know?
Because I bet that you like strong color. I mean, as
Yeah,
much as
I
you like
do.
soft colors, you probably like rich colors too.
I do. So with this one, does it even look like a flower now, this guy?
Yeah, it's sure, of course.
Do I leave it or should I
Yeah, no,
do
I
it?
would let it be like it to me it looks like one is younger and more vibrant and one is older and kind of like fading away. You know
Okay,
how like flowers when they get older they kind of fall apart,
okay, yeah,
kind of like us, we get older, we fall apart.
okay. So does that mean I'm done with this?
I think so.
Oh, good, okay.
I would. And you know
Happy
what's
with the
funny though?
flower.
Yeah, and you know what's funny is sometimes I think, and even this happens for me all the time with my own work, I have to work on them to a certain point and then I have to stop.
Stop, right.
And then you have to look at it again on a new day. I mean, I think honestly, something's gonna have to happen in the middle because it's just too white. Like
Here,
maybe, you know what? Honestly, okay, so these middle,
this area,
yeah, the part that's so bright white with the dots.
uh-huh.
Um,
Should I put a little bit of that same color as here?
No, I
That
think you should put a little
purple?
bit of light pink in there. I think you should
Like,
put a little bit of light pink in there as if like the flower petals, you know, like when the wind blows and the petals get
okay,
in the wind, like the cherry blossom petals.
okay, yeah, okay.
Just to kind of suggest, that petally.
How's that?
Did you add? Oh, good. Yeah, and maybe a little bit right. Do you see where your thumb is? Like right above your thumb where there's blue, maybe a little bit,
Here?
yeah, a little bit more pink in there.
Ooh. There was more on my thumb than I thought. Okay. What do you think?
Better. Yeah, I don't want any of those whites to be too white. That looks good.
We retire this one?
I think so for now. And you know what? I don't know where do you have a little exhibition board or somewhere where you
I
can
have something here,
shelf?
like a shelf. I put my stuff there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The other one is this little rose, which I think it's this way.
Oh no, we were working on it. Yeah, we were working on it that way, but I kind of, oh yeah, no, I don't like it. I mean, if you decide to do it that way, you need to do leaves that are going the other way.
The other way,
Yeah.
because this is coming up.
Yeah, those leaves are going up, which happens, but I think you should also have some leaves falling down. I mean, that's how I think you made it.
Yes, you're right.
And I like it like that. I think it makes more sense. Now I feel like you need a couple more stencils, like all the way up to the green thing.
Yeah.
And you know what? So this is kind of looking to me like a flower. Do you see like this is the stem and then this is
Yeah.
all this one big green flower almost. It's so abstract. It really can be anything you want it to be.
Mhm.
What are you thinking?
You mean this, you think it's a flower?
That could be a flower, yeah. And that green thing is the stem. And then it's like one flower and then it's like another big rosy flower.
Mhm. I think these were sticking out, so I shaved them a little bit,
Okay.
but I'm not sure what they're adding to here.
Well, to me, they remind me of that Sacred Heart flower. So look here, look at these flowers. Hold on. or wisteria, the way it hangs down. So look at some pictures of some flowers. It's helpful to have like art. The Sacred Heart flower looks like this. I don't want the essence though. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes it just wants to shop for you all the time. Like this one. This thing. You know how it's like it has like a piece sticking down. It has like a heart shape. So you could add that. This is and also the wisteria flower kind of looks like that.
You mean these white
See how the
things or
wisteria?
this?
See how the wisteria is?
Uh-huh.
So if you did more of them in a closer space, it would look like a grouping like this. Right?
But they're white, so I guess
yeah,
I
but then you would paint them.
later.
You would paint them purple with pigment sticks. I think that's what it kind of reminds me of. Is this?
Okay. These are all the same, so
well, if you put a couple closer together, and then like this is how it grows. Like this is, look at that. That's crazy. Or you can take them up. Do you need to get the phone?
I just have to say okay.
Go ahead. Say yes or no. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I will get. Keep your stencils. They drive me nuts.
What do I do with what?
How do you store your stencils?
You know what? I just have one big plastic crate. You know, like a container, and they just go in the container.
Yeah, but it's like they all stick together.
No, they won't. They don't. Mine don't stick together.
So like this is not the same stencils, but if I use this.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Could that give the same? Okay.
Yeah, you could use that.
And then paint it with just.
I would use wax medium. You used the white wax before, right?
Yeah, should I not use the white wax and go straight to purple?
No, I like the white wax.
Okay.
No, I like that.
Okay.
I think the idea is that you're trying to make like some type of like viney, like vine, right? So put it in little bunchy, like think of like a bunch of grapes.
Overlapping a little bit,
Oh, what?
overlapping.
Yeah, like little clusters, a bunch of grapes or something. Exactly.
I'm loving my time right now.
You are? You're loving it?
I'm loving my time.
Oh,
Enjoying doing this. It's,
well, you're doing great. I think you're really getting I think you're getting the hang of it. And I feel like you're getting a little routine, which is really the most important part. And it might seem silly, but you really want that, you want to follow those 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can do, a lot with, you can do a couple layers of encaustic, you can do multiple different things, right? So, but you kind of want to follow that the consistency of it, the rhythm, and have a rhythm. Because that's just going to give you confidence. The rhythm is what's going to give you
the
confidence.
rhythm, that's true.
And also stopping and then looking at it again with fresh eyes and adding, that's all, it's all about confidence.
Right, right. I like the way you color in flowers, where it's not like a perfect line, but somehow it's very,
Yeah, it's suggestive of the flower. You know what?
yeah, and
Really,
it's very romantic and pretty.
just practice. Just practice. Nothing.
Practice.
Yeah, just practice and really kind of a light touch, if that makes sense.
What was that?
A light touch, just not over painting it.
Light touch.
Yeah, trusting that the flower, it's just sort of trusting that the flower is there.
It's
You know
gonna
what I
come
mean?
through eventually.
Yeah, it's like the essence of the flower is there. You don't have to overpaint it.
Right. Right. So does that mean when you use the stencil, you don't cover it completely?
No, a lot of times I cover the stencils completely and then I fuse them and then I scrape them. So I actually sort of flatten them a little bit.
So you cover them nicely, but then.
Yeah, but then kind of mess them up, so to speak. If that makes sense.
Yeah, based on what you feel like needs to be. Okay. mean, I'll show you some of it. I'll show you.
I see. I know, I feel like, oh, yes, exactly. Oh, I'm loving that.
Yeah,
Oh, it's really nice. It's so pretty.
that was a big change. Maybe I need to
Yeah.
add
No, I
more.
love it. Well,
Should
now
I
I
add
feel
more
like,
here?
yeah, if you're having fun with it, go for it. I'm loving the abstractness of it. I'm sort of feeling like that maybe we need a couple more green leaves or like leafy things coming in the upper left-hand corner. Like where there's, yeah, more, yeah, and then maybe one, yeah, maybe more greenery there. And then that's kind of like the tree. And then these flowers are kind of falling down. It's so pretty. It's
Should
beautiful.
these be more
No, I love them.
just a light?
Yeah, yeah, I love them.
Okay, yeah, I do too. I think,
I think you did a great job. I really love them.
thanks for your ideas.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
So
Super.
the green leaf, I need to choose the same. Is this.
I think that that's going to be like the primary focus now,
Uh-huh,
you know?
instead of the rose, huh?
Yeah, I think the rose is going to be kind of just like, you know what I feel like the rose is almost turning into? It's kind of like a target, like a circular type of thing.
Oh,
You know, like we don't have to paint it as a rose. We could just make it like a target with like an inner circle, an outer circle, and an outer circle.
okay. So green with a little brown, maybe.
Yeah, I think you want to look for
Gray.
you know, maybe try a dark, maybe it'd be really dramatic to try a darker color.
Pardon me?
Maybe it'd be really dramatic to try some leaves in a darker color.
Oh, the new leaves.
Yeah, the new leaves you're doing, like maybe a darker color.
Ay, Nick.
What happened?
I think it's a little too bright.
No, it's good. I like the darker color. So, no, I like the darker color. I feel like, do you have a longer one? Like maybe one should go right through the middle of the two that's longer. Yeah. Yeah, and like
The
drape.
longer, like come all the way here.
I was thinking that would go around in a semicircle, bend around. Yeah. Yeah, that would bend around. Yeah.
Okay.
Or underneath. Like or underneath those two.
Like you mean underneath here? It should
Yeah,
go.
and bend around around that. Yeah, and bend around there.
So don't do this one, just do this.
You know, you leave that one there. Let's see what other leaf stencils you have.
Okay. I shouldn't use the same one, huh?
No, I don't like that one anymore. It's no, we overused it. We did it.
Well, this one is the one I used for my daughter's hair.
Yeah, I like that one. Let's use that one. Part of it.
So, but it needs to go this way, right?
Lay it on the piece.
So like this one, right?
Yes, I love that. Yes.
This one.
Yep.
Should I do it with
love
a
that.
similar color to this or gray, add more gray?
Well, that's a hard call. That's a hard decision. I mean, I feel like if you did a dark green color, it would really contrast against the white flowers. But maybe, I don't know, that green just seems a little bit too,
Yeah.
maybe add more wax medium so that it's not so,
Okay.
so it's not so opaque, like it's very dark. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very thick. It's very thick.
Uh-huh. Needs to be more loose, more
translucent.
translucent. Okay.
How's that going?
Okay, I think. I'm not sure how it's gonna come out. Well, I'm gonna peek. Oh, it didn't curve as much as it should have. I should have
Well,
curved it.
No, I like it.
Should have
So I
gone
feel
here.
like that little white guy got squashed, so he can just come off.
Okay.
It doesn't really make sense. So just take the little white part off. No, I think that's good actually. I mean, I wouldn't judge it like that one way or another.
Okay.
I would let it, you know.
I should have planned the stencil a little better. I just kind of put it there and
Well, I feel like you could add more if you wanted to.
so yeah, you're exactly right. It's becoming more about all these things hanging.
Yeah. See, now
Yeah.
I think that's enough. Like to me, that's enough action.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that you might
What
consider
about this?
is, I think, well, we're going to paint over that. Just let that be underneath text. You have to start thinking about things being underneath and things being over. So I'm wondering if you did a very pale, like if you did some leaves towards the bottom of the rose. Yeah, that were like the same color as the background, so that they kind of had some texture, but they weren't like. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so put some leaves here.
Yes, something needs to go there. Or you put another, you can get your phone. Get your phone.
No, it's okay.
Or put another little cluster. You need something there in that lower left-hand corner. So it could be another group of those flowers.
You don't mean corner, you mean like in here, right?
Right there, yeah, right in that space, in the middle.
Okay.
So it could be another grouping of that flowery stencil.
Okay, of that cluster.
Yeah, that could look good there.
Okay.
Okay. And then I think you're done with the wax.
And what was that?
Then I think you're done with the wax.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think we can switch to pigment sticks.
Oh, okay. So now I no longer have any white. Okay. Let's take my brush. Oh, jeez.
What happened?
I spilled green paint. Oh,
You spilled what? Paint?
yeah, green wax.
The floor?
The bottom of my container had green. I messed up. So,
You okay?
yep,
Okay.
I'm just cleaning up some of my mess.
That's okay. Messes happen.
And you know, when you have some of the right tools, it's really so great, isn't it?
Great tools.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's so funny though. It's like I have tools that I use over and over again, like repetitively. I just make them work. I don't even know if they're the right ones or the wrong ones. They're just the ones I use.
Yeah, like these little things are so great.
Oh yeah, those are cute. Yeah, I love that.
Um, so it's kind of looking like this.
I love it. Okay, so the one on the bottom that you just added, yeah, let's talk about how to soften that. So how do you soften that?
Should I scrape it?
I think you should fuse it a little bit and scrape it a little bit.
I just fused it, so I'll start scrape. Yeah, because it's went on too thick, right?
I just think it's too heavy.
It's definitely too heavy. Heavy enough that when I'm scraping it, it's lost its shape. Oh, you know what you were gonna tell me
What was I gonna tell
is
you?
what to use the brown ash around the
Oh, the
frame,
tar.
the tar.
Oh, I was gonna send you the picture. Okay, I'll just show it to you on the internet. Are you ready to do some sides?
Somewhat.
Side panel sides?
Yeah, I mean, not right this second, but yeah, I mean, I lost some of the shape of this bottom leaf, set of leaves. Because when I went to scrape them, it just lost its shape. I know what it was.
What?
My stencil wasn't completely flat. These are all learning things.
Yeah,
Wasn't completely flat to the surface of the board.
right,
So when I put the wax, it became really thick.
okay. You know what that could be
Okay.
from too, though? You know what? You really need to pay attention to the surface that you're gonna put the stencil on needs to be flat. So you almost have to kind of like over scrape it to before you put the stencil on. So
Yeah.
because if it's not flat, your stencil can't it can't it can't lay flat. It can't hold its shape, right? Because it's not
Right.
flat.
Which exactly what, yeah, and I think overall, I just need to slow down and not hurry up so much.
Yeah, but they're learning, and so right. So I always do. I always do like what I call a little bit of a pre-scrape before I lay the stencil down, so that the stencil, or a little fuse, so that the stencil lays flat.
Yeah. I think that was part of the problem.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm learning now, so.
No, that's what you're doing. Just try. A lot of this is trial, feel and trial and error.
Right.
Like you have to actually do it and do it wrong before you can do it right.
And my hands have a lot of red from the old painting, the last painting.
Oh,
So-
red. Oh, they still have red on them
Yeah,
from the pigment.
yeah, from the oil.
Right.
So what do you think of this? I wonder if I should add more leaves here.
Let me see. No, I think it's good. I think
Don't
it's
make
good.
this into,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would scrape that down a little bit.
scrape it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Too bumpy. Or hit it with the heat gun.
So you just keep working on a piece until you feel good about it.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You can honestly, like, you can keep adding and subtracting. So like, but sometimes you just can't see it. Like sometimes you have to just work
Right.
on it and then leave it and come back.
Leave it, right.
Because you just get kind of blind to it.
Yeah. When you have a mud container, what do you use it for?
Sometimes I use the mud to do like a in between glaze or
Oh,
like or I use it in a color to extend a color.
oh, I see. So it's not to like clean your
I use it, yeah, I
brushes.
use it to clean my brush. Yeah, and I use it to clean my brushes. I definitely use to clean my brushes. And then I use that dirty wax sometimes to blend with colors because it just kind of softens the colors.
Oh, like when you scrape things off and you have a lot of wax, do you pour
You
it?
can put it-
Put it,
Yeah, put it back in the pot.
uh-huh.
Yeah, you could put it back in the pot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So now this, oh geez, my pink went everywhere. So, yeah, I think I'm ready to use,
The paint.
I have to do more scraping.
Okay.
Now, an area, for instance, that I used a stencil that I removed just now,
Uh-huh.
scraped it off, it's kind of like dug in. Should I just use the
The
heating
heat
gun?
gun. Yeah, or that little, remember that little tacking iron thing?
Oh, yeah, let me, uh,
Gosh.
I'm just washing my hands a little bit.
That's okay. Sometimes your hands get like sticky.
Because they had so much pink.
I know it's hard not to contaminate like all the other colors.
Yeah.
So why don't we start painting that piece with the pigment sticks?
Okay. And I would be following the same color schemes.
I think we should,
already there.
yeah, I think we should put some you could start, well, you could use that if you want to use the red. You want to use the reds?
I'll just use a new sheet. Okay. Get this out of the way. You know, these guys that I printed and I glued on here, it kind of went like, you see what it happened to? Like see through.
Did it wrinkle? Is it shiny?
Maybe the paper was too thin. I used rice paper.
Uh, So,
You think
no,
I
I think
could-
it's fine. It doesn't matter.
It
They're
doesn't.
gonna wax over. You're not even gonna see that. It's fine. I use sandpaper on my prints all the time.
You use sandpaper?
Yeah, I use sandpaper on my prints.
Uh-huh.
So I think that'll be fun. Like, I think,
Okay. Okay, so for this, we're gonna have so looking at this, what color scheme do you think for
well, I
these?
think that that should, yeah, I actually think that this piece could be very neutral for right now.
Oh,
like-
keep it like that?
Yeah, very neutral, like very soft and then like very pastel-y. I like it. I mean, I like the creamy off-white, like the linen, kind of like a linen.
Yes, it is.
So
But
maybe
this is really bright.
right. Okay, so maybe we put like a lighter color on top of that to kind of like wash it out.
Okay,
You know what I
and
mean?
nothing here.
Maybe we can wash it out by putting like a lighter green on it, or like an off-white, or an off, like, you know what I mean? Like a,
Okay.
I agree. I mean, I kind of wanted that. I wanted to see how it would turn out with that darker color underneath.
Uh-huh.
So, but let's now like light soften it up.
Okay, and I'll use an extender, right?
Yeah.
Do you just put it straight on there?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, wait, what color are you mixing with it?
it's like a creamy,
Yeah, I think that looks pretty. Yeah, like a little bit of a off-white.
yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't think it's doing much to it because the grain is so strong.
It will. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be, it will. We're gonna work on some other things and come back to it.
Okay. You mean it needs to dry up and then,
Yeah, maybe we need to layer it up a couple times. Yeah, maybe we can put more than one coat on it.
I see.
Doggy barking. Dog barking. Shiloh. I think you could be using like a light brown and white together.
Oh.
On the neutral parts, and then you can decide if you want to like use a color. on the flowery things, right?
On the whatchamacallit, the hanging
Yeah, the hanging, the wisteria.
wisteria, yeah, this white, yeah. Okay, I'll just let it be. And then, so you're saying on the wisteria, do white and brown.
Yeah, I think that would look nice.
Yeah, it's like the exact same color. You can't even see it.
It looks the exact same color. So add yeah, add an accent color to it.
Add what?
Add an accent color to it. So either like light green or light or more brown
Yeah.
or red
Mhm.
or that pretty purple you made. I like that purple you made.
Mhm. So I just kind of stayed with the same colors, but
Take a look.
added a little more brown, which I thought was working.
Yeah, I think that is working.
It's just a little thick, but
Let me see. Oh, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. I like that. Those neutral. I like that it's like the same color, but you can see really just
yeah,
the texture and not so much the color.
right.
I really
Which
like.
means this has to change.
You know what?
right
Can you know what? Do you see this white encaustic that you added here?
here.
Yeah, I actually really like that. Do you think you could do that again?
Uh-huh.
Somewhere over, yeah, like right there. Yeah, somewhere right there. Maybe
Uh-huh.
not as bright white,
Okay.
but just a couple brush strokes in that sort of abstract way, I think would look really good.
Okay.
Remember how we did all those like sort of fun compositional things when we did the piece of your daughter?
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what that's reminding me of, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah, with all the uh-huh.
Kind of like the
My
square.
wax is not ready.
The what?
I had to make it lower, so now the white one is not quite ready. I have to wait a few minutes.
That's fine.
So I should just let it be for now. I mean, it'll be just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay.
I feel like you could add like a little bit of pink or
Yeah.
like light pink into that flower if you wanted to.
Oh, now I'm confused.
No, pigment stick if you want it.
Oh,
Okay,
I
oh, is
see.
your white, is your wax ready?
My white is ready.
Okay, go for that then. Okay. And then brush it, maybe even brush it on somewhere else, just very painterly.
So what is this idea of this? I mean, I do like it.
I
I
think it's
didn't
just,
realize it's as simple as doing this.
I think there's no idea. I think the idea is just practice with composition
Uh,
and layering, because you don't really have per se, you don't really have per se a main topic, like subject matter.
Yeah. But basically with these squares, it's like the background, right?
Well, that depends. It could even be like something like a light flare. It could be like something that's kind of like in your eye. It could be the background.
Okay.
Let's just see how it looks.
Is it too strong?
I think we're gonna have to put another little flower. I think we're gonna have to put like another little flower on it to get it to work.
Put a flower on here?
Yeah, like, or maybe another leaf. You know what? Can you add, like, do you see this leaf right here in that lighter green? Add one or two more of those.
Of these
Yeah, either that that
in
stencil.
here?
Yeah, exactly. But kind of going a little bit towards the right-hand corner.
Go towards here or
Towards
this
your,
way?
yeah, that way. That
This
way.
way.
Yeah. In like that
To kind of
lighter.
continue this leaf going here.
Exactly. The one that's right above it. Right. And
Now,
maybe
do I first?
fuse it. You have to fuse it and scrape it so that it's flat, because if it's not flat, remember what happened.
That's
If it's
right.
not flat, then the stencil doesn't work, right?
That's right. I think the brush strokes needed to be more translucent, right?
No, I mean, I like that one. I mean, you could scrape it back. If you feel like it's too heavy, scrape it back. Thin it out. Like, yeah, maybe it's too thick. I agree. Yeah, I think maybe it's too thick. Yeah, so I use all that mud for everything. I use it for painting, for mixing. I just use it for whatever.
So my scraper gave it some texture.
That's okay. Well, you can hit it with the heat gun if it's too
I
much.
knew it was going to, but I was like, whatever, let's see what happens. Okay, so now a little more. I don't know where my other. Wait. Okay. So now I'm gonna get the.
Yeah, let's see if we can end with that. Let's get that on there, looking good. And I think that what you're learning right now is really super fun and important. It's kind of like creating for background, midground, foreground,
Yeah.
right? And you're
Right.
really painting now. Like you're really using the encaustic. You're not just, like filling in the dots and like painting by numbers. You're actually really painting now and using the medium to create something and make something happen, which is great because when you go back to photos like the ladies dancing or things that have more portrait stuff in there, you're going to have a stronger sense of how to paint it.
Uh-huh.
So these paintings are good just to build your vocabulary and your confidence,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
they might not end up being your favorite paintings of all time, but they're important
Yeah.
as part of the process of learning and doing it.
I agree, yeah.
And they're fun.
And they're fun, yeah.
They're fun. They don't have like that same pressure of making them like perfect.
Mhm. Because they're landscape.
Well,
I
because
mean,
they're abstraction. They're just abstract.
Yeah.
They're floral. They're just fun. All right, let's see how that looks.
I just added a little white.
Yeah, I think that's nice. I think that's nice. And I actually, yeah, I love it. I actually really love it. Yep. Okay. So I think
Should I add one of these white squares smaller here?
oh, that would be a good, right at the bottom.
Here.
Yeah, do it. If you have the white, do it. Last thing
I
for today.
do.
Yep. Okay, do it. Yeah, because it kind of just reminds me of like light bouncing around, right? Like at night when the sun's going down and you're sitting in the yard, it's like kind of, let me see.
Yeah, like.
You love it? Oh yeah, I love it. Good. I love it.
Maybe it needs to be a little higher, huh?
Maybe in the middle, not in the corner though.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, right there. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Sorry. All right. So
That looks great.
so we have to come back to the leaves though, right? When
Yeah.
it dries.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it, but yeah, I like them. I still think they need to get light. I think they look good though. My question is maybe we need to add like one more something in that color.
In here.
No, maybe one more branch going up over the top. Yeah, like right along the top. Yeah, maybe. Let's leave it for now. I actually really like it.
So yeah, I think these dots don't work for me yet. And the
Well,
color.
that's because they're two by themselves.
Yeah.
They're not, so we either have to attach like little blossoms to them. Actually, maybe we put more of your little flowers up there. Yeah, we have to
More
work
of
on,
these guys.
yeah, hang like connected to them.
Yeah.
I think it's getting good though. I like it. I think
Or
you
is
can
it
live
too
with it.
many if I do it on top?
Well, I wouldn't do them like every single one, but maybe every other one.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I think it's interesting. I think it's been good practice for painting today. And
Definitely.
yeah. So when we meet next week, are we working on your ladies? Now you can go ahead.
I'll show you what I have.
Okay.
Oops. One is her.
Yeah, perfect.
And one is her.
Okay. So do you want to, what I would do with her is I would collage on like find polka dots, find some polka dotted paper or wrapping paper and continue the collage outside the canvas.
Ah, okay. So I didn't put the white gesso because I wasn't sure if you wanted me to.
Well, okay, so this one I like to draw. This one it needs like something on the other side. So it could be no on where it's blank. I mean, you can paint that white if you want, and we can just put a texture there. You could put like a wallpaper there, which could be really cool. That kind of matches the pattern in her dress.
Okay.
Why don't you think of collage elements? I mean, I definitely think the one with the polka dots should be polka dotted. We had some polka dotted paper, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I can get some more too.
So maybe that
and then
one.
The third one was her.
Yeah, so that she's going to be standing on a floor. So you need some type of floor pattern and you need white on the other side. Okay, so we're gonna,
white and white.
No, I would find a piece of paper or something that looked like flooring. Yeah, like
I see
texture
what you mean.
for the
Okay.
floor, and then the part to the right is where you're gonna put the wall.
Uh-huh.
So I would just paint that white.
So we're just continuing the photo.
Yeah, you want to continue, right?
Basically.
So you're continuing the photo outside
And
onto
then
the
this
panel.
one, I'm gonna put white.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would put white. Yeah. All right. I gotta go. I gotta go to another meeting. Sorry. So
Okay.
okay, wait. So I'll see you next week.
Next week, same time, same place.
Same time, same place. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I had
Oh,
so much fun.
Yeah. 5:30 should be fine on. That's the 3rd. Is that the 3rd? Wait.
Is it?
Oh no,
And
it's
that
the
would
4th. No, it's
be
the 4th.
our last session for what I've paid.
Yep, that's right.
And then we start a new one after that.
Yep. All right, 5:30. Okay.
Great.
5:30 on the 4th. Okay, so collage those. If you have time, glue that stuff on, so then we can just start waxing them.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sounds
think
good.
about fun side.
Thank you.
sidebars. Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
All right,
Okay,
see ya.
bye-bye.
Bye, great job.